This is LA's first.
Live from Los Angeles, welcome to the Dr. Erin Show. We're all about manifestation, transformation, and breakthroughs. It's time to claim your birthright of prosperity, vitality, and love. So grab your tea or coffee because together we're awakening the world. May you live your truth. Have you ever wondered why a spiritual leader ends up getting cancer? Or why someone who's such a good person ends up dying in a car accident? Well, today we're going to break on down the universal law of perfect health, number 27 of a 52 series on universal law. Live from Los Angeles, we come together each day to know the truth, live on spiritual principle, and align with universal law. We also come together in community, in Soul Society, and New Thought Global. We truly believe that when somebody awakens, they have a gift and message to bring to the world. And together, we're awakening the world. We're all about empowerment, enlightenment, and yes, entrepreneurship. So let's do this thing. Let's break on down Universal Law of Perfect Health, 27 of 52 series. So I'll never forget, I was in ministerial school. I was over at a center called Global Truth Center. I had many great mentors over the years, coaches I've coached under, mentors, but one in particular that really helped me actually develop my ability to teach universal law. James Mellon, just sending a big shout out to you, amazing human being. So when I went into the center, I actually had another mentor that had brought me into the center years ago. And so Dr. James had cancer. He's come out publicly, so it's not some secret. So he had cancer. He had gone through chemotherapy and a bunch of stuff. And I remember him talking about universal law and talking about his cancer and how he chose where we believe, basically, that we believe in the miracle of the body, the miracle that we can use the power of mind to heal, and that we can go in and get chemotherapy and have traditional medicine as well. But what was dumbfounding for me was, how could somebody that knows the truth end up getting cancer? I was confused. I was like, how does this work? And if we're learning and developing our mind, and here's somebody who is teaching and living this work, and yet he gets cancer, I was confused. I was like, does this work even work? What are we teaching here? And what's going on? So let's break this on down, because health was the final area of understanding universal law and understanding really what we're teaching. So my intention today is to have a profound breakthrough in the realm of how we understand our true spiritual nature and how we are connected to everything and what we can do to restore perfect health. Well, we always have perfect health, but to realize perfect health. Okay, so the law of perfect health states that basically this law is the axiom that whatever is going on within your health is the mental equivalent of what's going on within consciousness, individually and collectively. When we get out of alignment with Mother Nature and universal laws, we experience ill health. Within you is a born intelligence and an innate healer, capable of restoring harmony, well-being, and vibrant vitality. When the body is bogged down with toxins and negative emotions, it can't function properly. From a spiritual perspective, disease is spirit, our higher self, communicating that individually and culturally we are out of harmony with life. Symptoms within the body, such as poor health and illness, are the relative and inverted experience of our use of universal energy. So, and then from an absolute perspective, the truth is that you are an eternal, immortal spiritual being. You are not your body, you have a body. From a spiritual perspective, the only true disease is amnesia. However, if we choose to experience wellness, we must align with nature's way. Okay, so let's break this on down. So we have to realize, looking at, say, Reverend James, we have to understand that it's not necessarily his individual mind that something's off and he's in a bunch of overwhelm and stressed out and therefore he got cancer. Nor does it mean that he ate crappy food and ended up getting cancer. Could it be that? Sure, probably not in his case. But what we can take a look at is understanding that he lives in Los Angeles. There's probably a lot of environmental toxins. There's all kinds of different things going on. Could be also that he is so empathic and open to the oneness that he takes on things from the universe as well, right? We don't have the answer. We call that a witch hunt. We don't try and figure out where exactly it came from. We simply know the truth. So it is what it is, as the saying goes, right? James Mellon is not his body. He is an eternal, all-powerful spirit living in this thing called a body, which is God as well. And the body and everything of this realm is always the mental equivalent of what's going on in mind, in the individual consciousness, the collective consciousness, and the cosmic consciousness. So as I was in ministerial school and as I began to understand what perfect health is, meaning perfect health is the perfect mental equivalent of what's going on in consciousness. And it's perfect in that we're not these bodies, and we're here in a classroom called life, and that all the symptoms, if you will, or the effects are here to teach us to grow and to align to universal law and to have a great opportunity to innovate, pivot, and restore whatever it is that we truly desire to restore. So, needless to say that Reverend James was able to overcome cancer. He went through chemo and did both. He got his mind right even more. He did chemotherapy, and he fully, one of the most vibrant human beings I know, of course, and very powerful, and totally loving his life. Beautiful family, incredible husband, he was gay, incredible community, celebrating all expressions of love and life. So what is the point of this? The point is that we have to recognize what's going on, no matter if it is you're dealing with health issues in the realm of low energy, or fibromyalgia, or diabetes, or whatever. We have to recognize the perfection of it, meaning that it's all here for our growth. It's all here for our awakening, and to have a choice of what we truly want to choose. So I told the story also of another mentor of mine, John Raffanello, who passed away some years back from bone cancer. And he definitely individually played into his cancer. He loved junk food. He was semi-obese and the most jovial human being, so loving. But clearly played into his cancer in that he clearly had a toxic system from what he would put in his mouth. And so I recognize the perfection of health. I recognize that no matter what, you have choice. And so as John Raffanello had gone through chemotherapy and it did not work, and he was going back in for, I believe, a third run of chemotherapy for his bone cancer, he had to choose. Did he want to get his mind right and go in and deal with it from a Western medical perspective and from getting his mind right? And he chose to let this body go. The body he had done too much damage, if you will, on this body. And so he chose to transition out of this body. And it was a beautiful 2-week process of watching a dear friend and mentor of mine choose to pass away and watching people say goodbye. And it was one of the most beautiful, incredible experiences of my life, and so many. So, universal law of perfect health. The truth is that there's only perfect health, meaning that we are not our bodies. We are eternal, immortal beings. And this is like a car that you get into, right? This body. You close the door on that and you come into this lifetime. And then we forget that we're not our bodies. The only true disease is amnesia. One day you will leave this body into your immortal essence, as you always are, right here, right now. And no matter what you're experiencing, your health, I recognize the perfection and beauty of its blessing. I've worked with so many people that have dealt with cancer and different illness, and on the backside of all illness, once they've done their internal work, their awakening work, they always come to the realization that whatever disease, whatever illness they've dealt with has been one of the greatest blessings of their life. It got their values straight. It had them recognize the beauty and the vulnerability of this lifetime. It also woke them up to making better choices for themselves, health-wise. And so I just know the perfection of no matter what is going on, if you're experiencing ill health, that your soul desires for you to know the perfection and blessing of this experience. It is the wake-up call to align with Mother Nature and universal laws and recognize that you do have an innate healer, that I've witnessed miracles also in health, that you, with the power of your mind, can heal and do miracles. It's possible. The body is born with intelligence capable of restoring harmony, well-being, and vibrant vitality. And you also have the choice to leave this body. But recognizing that you can never be the effect of even the environment, because you're not your body. You are an immortal spiritual being, untouchable, with ultimate health, of vibrancy, of beyond vibrancy. And so I know that cleansing the body and freeing it up from toxins always is a beautiful thing. Clarity of mind, body is the most important work that we do, so that we can be the vessels for light coming through and truth streaming through and being the channels that we are. And also I know the perfection of having a human experience and experiencing ill health or disease, knowing that that too is a great blessing. So have a wonderful day, and may you live your truth. I simply know this in mind as we come together real quick in an affirmative prayer, taking a deep breath in and exhaling out through the mouth. And I just say yes, yes, yes. Thank you for this incredible body, this incredible miracle. I simply know the perfection. I feel and know my heart is beating with absolute zero effort. It has been done in the mind. It is automated through this thing called universal law, through the automated system of this body. There's mathematical, chemical equations and biological functions going on in my body that would blow everybody's mind. It is a profound machine. This incredible dynamic of every single cell communing with every single cell. And as it communicates through my organs and through all of life, and one with the stars and the universe and every single other human being. This incredible, incredible fractal of the one, of divine, of God. And so I just say thank you and gratitude for everything that my body does, the feet that take me places, the mind that innovates, the heart that beats, every faculty, everything. I say yes, thank you, thank you, thank you for this miraculous thing called health, knowing that I am not this body and I get to use this body for the highest good, for the highest expression, for making love and laughing and running and jumping and dancing and singing and hearing and all of it. I just say yes to this thing called health. I simply know the perfection. I know the perfection. And I know the perfection. As together we say, and so it is. So have a beautiful day, you guys, and may you know the truth, and also realize that we do have the doors open. We only open the doors for Soul Society leadership every quarter. And it's a super and exciting time because we are opening up to this final quarter of 2020. And I am positive that this is going to be the most powerful 12 weeks ever, starting in October. I am so committed to every single person getting results, having breakthroughs, and taking quantum leaps in their life. Yes, it's lifetime access for the community, for all the membership site, all the other support within the community, but the 12 weeks is very specific, and it is important for us to get results. And what I've found is that when you open it open-ended, people don't get as great results. When we close it down and we get really powerful, intentional for 12 weeks, stuff happens. And so we're going to do this. I invite you to take a look at it. It's a $997 program that's normally priced $5,000. It is live with me twice a week. There is so much support. There is Soul Circle calls with the ambassadors. There's a membership site, all the content there. There's a 30-day prosperity. There's a mastermind beyond that in there in the back end. There's teachings on universal law. There's so much content. What I know for sure is that no one put this, we give such value that it is something that you just can't not do it, because if this work calls to it all, the amount of transformation, the amount of community, the amount of tools to be able to use. I give you all the subconscious processes, all of Truth Triangle, all of that work, all the universal laws, along with 8 pillars of business, taking you step by step to monetizing your soul-based business online. Right now is the greatest time in history where everybody is getting online. Technology is everything. We're able to go globally and internationally. So I just say yes, if you've had a divine calling and you're ready to bring your expression out to the world, I invite you to join Soul Society Leadership, okay? You can go to any of my bios on social media under draaron.tv, or you can simply go to soulciety.com/leadership, okay? That's SOULCIETE.com/leadership. Have a beautiful day, and may you live your truth. Thank you for tuning in to Soul Society and Dr. Aaron podcast. If you've had a calling to be a spiritual leader or coach, you can go to soulciety.com and check out our free training. If you've received value here, I would love it if you take a moment and give a 5-star review. In exchange, I have a ton of free gifts for you. Grab your free Awakening book, 40 guided meditations, and digital manifesting masterclass. I also have a free money meditation and worksheet for you so you can begin to break through your scarcity mindset and claim your birthright of prosperity. You can get all of your gifts and learn about our upcoming transformational events in my bio link in both Instagram and Facebook. That's under draaron.tv, which is DRERIN.tv. Also, I'd love to invite you into our free private community on Facebook under groups called Soul Society. That is facebook.com/groups/Soulciety. That's SOULCIETE. Have a divine day and may you live your truth.